Hold your head and say this prayer. May I never be used by the Nigerian government. You can see that in the last 24 hours, there's been so many exposés. One coming from Donald Trump, another one coming from an executive director of Binance. The Nigerian government is the capital of corrupt criminal code. When you talk about a poster boy for corruption in the whole of Africa, you must understand that Nigerian government takes the first position. And that is why I told you that you should hold your head and tell yourself that anything that will make me to believe this Nigerian government, most especially under this Tinubu regime, may it not happen. If a Tinubu tell you that it is raining, my brother, you go out there, you check the rain, confirm that rain is not artificial intelligence. Use your hand to touch it, have a taste of it, then you can say, okay, yeah, it is raining. The Binance executive director has come out to expose how so many top-ranking officials, senators, House of Reps, tried to cajole him. They tried to job him. They arrested this guy through a friendly invitation. They gave them a friendly invitation that they want to have just a brief interview with them, and then they will let them go. What happened? When those guys got to Abuja, to the place of interrogation, then they held them down. They held them down for a period of 6 months. A period of 6 months wherein one of them escaped. These were people who were under the watch, a close watch of the National Security Advisor. 2 guys who were unarmed, 2 guys who were not in any way maybe high risk, or people who I would say they had any military trainings. Within a period of 1 to 6 months, one of them escaped. When they escaped, the DSS came out to tell us they don't know how it happened. Then they were put in a building where they were being monitored, but miraculously, one of them escaped and nobody knew how it happened. Nobody even knew how he left that building, got to the airport or to the border, until he left Nigeria and then absconded back to America. That same guy that escaped today, that same American guy who escaped back then miraculously, has come out to expose the Nigerian government. This guy came out. He said that the Nigerian security advisor, these are his statements, not mine, demanded a ransom from him. That if he needed to go, that he needs to bring $150 million. This wouldn't have happened if some elements in the National Assembly never compromised. And then he gave their names. So one person from Abia, another from Benue, then the last one from Calabar or Cross River thereabouts. So you can see, when I tell you once again, that if you would ever believe Nigerian government, any of their statements, oh God, you will be the first best Mumu. You are worse than a stooge. You will be worse than a zombie. Oh yes, because What we have now is a government that is just in operation to deceive the Nigerian people, a government that has been established or re-established to push the Nigerian people into oblivion. A Nigerian government that has been re-established by these corrupt leaders out there to loot and loot and loot. And one of the greatest weapons they use to enforce these lies, to push down these lies, to reinforce it, to concretize it, they will colorize it, are those religious leaders. We'll get there, calm down. We will get there. How these rogues, calling themselves elected leaders, who were elected to Tinubu, is one of the most unpopular presidents out there. You know, when you are popular, you'll be confident to walk into any locality in Nigeria and you will be hailed, praised. You won't see Tinubu go to Abia or Rivers and then he walks on the street. Why do you think he has not been going for infrastructure inspections and all that all along? 2 good years now. This is a man who has not deemed it fit to visit farms, to visit IDP camps. This is a man who has not deemed it fit to go to places that he feels they need to see him. Ever since he became the president, there has been several attacks in the north, most especially in the southern Kaduna and in the north central, Jos. He cannot go there because he knows he is unpopular. Going back to this issue of the Binance man. The man exposed all the rottenness. All those House of Reps. Heavy allegations against NSA. They demanded 150 million. Okay, let us agree that man lied. How did they escape? How did this man escape from that fully closed and fully watched security everywhere? A place that was perimeterized, a place that was surrounded by army DSS. I need to know, did the man dig a tunnel from his room and then underneath just appeared at the airport? Boom. Was that what happened? What was the exact thing that man did? How did he escape? How come in that, they said, don't forget, they told us that our house has high security men on ground, that they were being placed on surveillance. We need to know, where is the CCTV? Where is the CCTV that was monitoring, that captured all the movement within the house? If you have ever believed the Nigerian government, I forgive you. But after listening to my comments now, after listening to this my word of truth, and you still go ahead calling yourself one Yoruba Ronu, or because you think you are Muslims, you are a Muslim, you now say, I'm a Muslim first, I'm a Muslim by God, I will believe my... you might never make it. That's the truth. You might never make it. I would read the full expose of this man, and then just like we saw, a Ganduje who came out, who is telling us that he's the chairman of APC. you know when corruption leads a pack, you shouldn't expect anything good coming out from that place now. Nobody can fight this corruption unless me and you. Whether you're a Biafran, whether you're a Hypobian, whether you're a Yoruban nation person, all of us, we are suffering this thing together. Whether you're a Middle Belt Forum guy, we are all in this mess. We must come to that point that all of us are exhausted, we are tired, we are fed up, and then we say that enough is enough. We need to crush these people. I will have to read this. I mean, the expose. No. Oh my goodness. This country shouldn't be a country. If you want to look at things, how things are run, Nigeria shouldn't be a country. I'm telling you, Nigeria should just be it should be a fiction that it's been written in movies. Because hardly will you see countries that are run like this. And the people, the Nigerian people will come out and be defending nonsense. These are people that they've used their brain to fry akara. You know? They've used their brain to roast indomie. A man, this man is Tigran Gambarayan. You know, the guy, he exposed them. And when the Nigerian government said, disregard the falsehood being peddled by Tigran against the Nigerian government, the federal government, I believe you can see it, the federal government of Nigeria notes with concern the outrageous allegations, misinformations, and defamatory statement being disseminated by an American personnel of Binance who was... Oh God! Then the guy responded. The guy responded. The guy, it is only in Nigeria that they'll be telling them that, listen, these guys are stealing your money. Look at how they stole your money. Nigerian people will tell you, no, it's a lie. It's not possible. Amechi came out and told the Nigerian people that if it is exposed that Nigerian government is raping your wife, the Nigerian people will say, no, it's not possible. When they now see it, they say, it is my eye is paining me. I think I'm the one that have issue with my eye. I am the one that have issues with my eye. That is how gullible Nigerians, majority of Nigerians, you find them in the north, by the way. You know, so it's a pathetic situation. The man responded. He responded without wasting time. He said, maybe you should take time. You know, if Nigeria was a country that wanted to work, a country that wants to fight corruption, truly, would go into what we call a forensic audit, a forensic investigation. They would have called Nurubadu. The House of Senate would have called Nurubadu. There would have been an independent investigator that will go into that scenario, check what happened, truly call those members that were indicted. You know, he said I was invited by NFIU, a meeting in January last time I checked. They are part of the Nigerian government. He said the second part was part of a probe, a tactic. The guy said I was released on humanitarian grounds. Is that what you are trying to tell me? He said, this was the guy that escaped though. The Nigerian government that came out to say that we don't know how this guy escaped. Now they are saying they should disregard the expose by that guy. Then the guy is now challenging them. Was I released based on humanitarian ground or something exchanged hands? You have to understand. You just have to understand that the Nigerian government is so complicit. And that is why I say that the biggest problem we have in this country is not even the bandits. The Boko Harams are not the problem of this country. I have to tell you. The problem of Nigeria is corruption. Corruption in high places. It is the same corruption that is allowing the Boko Harams to thrive to this very day. Because the bandits, they have corrupt soldiers that they are working with. Those bandits have corrupt soldiers who are the informants, selling the informations, intelligence, how the operations of the Nigerian army should be. This is why you see that there will be ambush. How do they know that the Nigerian army wants to pass this route? Who told them? Are you telling me that the Boko Harams now have satellites that they are using to monitor the Nigerian army? Or they have a bug? They have a mole, and that mole is a corrupt army. The Nigerian army, who are supposed to be paid nothing less than 200,000, 300,000 per month, are earning a medium amount of minimum wage. I mean, we saw it on social media one time when the soldier came out and said that what they are being paid is a meager sum of 50,000. And then how do you expect Nigerian army not to compromise, not to be working with this, Boko Harams? And when you argue, when you ask them, they'll tell you, Nigeria does not have money. Nigeria is poor. But a video that we saw, Ganduje was collecting 5 million naira as bribe, putting it in his Babariga. That same Ganduje today is the chairman of the ruling party. Who appointed him? Your president. What do you think will happen? Those that surround the presidency, all of them have one corruption case or the other. Is it the likes of Matawale? All of them have series of corruption cases. A Matawale that the new Rubadu is supposed to question. He called himself the National Security Advisor. Shouldn't he ask for the resignation or the retirement of those people? When you have a corrupt case hanging on your neck, it is an embargo. If you are a man that lives by integrity, you would surrender yourself to be investigated so that your name can be cleared. Can that ever happen in Nigeria? It seems I am just a dreamer. It seems I am just a dreamer. Nobody takes you guys seriously. Coming out to release all this letter that we should disregard. Why I will disregard when a Ganduje has been queried. I will disregard when an independent investigation has been done on this allegation. I will disregard when the likes of Matawale, yes, have been queried, petitioned, and investigated. For now, I will run with what I have to run with. Bye for now.